Buenas tardes, gracias por estar con nosotros en 3 p.m. con SAC. Dame un segundito en lo que yo invito a nuestros vecinos de habla inglés a usar hoy ellos la sistema de interpretación. Good afternoon. Thank you for being with us at 3 p.m. or 3 o'clock with SAC. For those of you who want access to today's program in English, because our program today is going to be in Spanish, please use the following teleconference line. The number is 571-317-3122. When they answer the call, please share the password, which is 437-949-173. It's on the screen and it'll also be on the live comments.
It's great to be with you guys today in Spanish, folks. This is our first Spanish live on Facebook forum. If you guys have been with us before, you know we do forums in Spanish, but this is the first time that we've done it online in Spanish on Facebook Live. Thank you for being with us today, Wednesday, the 1st of July, 2020. If you can't believe it, yeah, we're already finished with half of the year, and now we're here together. I want you to know that all of SOC's employees have not missed even a day since all of the pandemic started. We're here with you every way that we have been. Well, not face-to-face just yet. We do miss it. If you need to connect with us, you can always call us. Same number as always, 414-672-8090. Always ready to answer your calls in English or in Spanish. You can also send an email to soc@socmilwaukee.org. You can also visit our website, www.socmilwaukee.org. We have a page completely dedicated to information, resources, and actions that you can take during this pandemic. So take advantage of this service. We know that there's so much information, and it is a little bit difficult navigating all the information. So a whole page of resources that you might need, and some that you guys have suggested. So I want to let you guys know this week we are focusing on immigration, especially in DACA, since the Supreme Court made the decision to keep DACA going as a program. Congratulations to everybody. We can have a little bit of temporary peace, and then we have to keep fighting to protect our young ones and their families here. Tomorrow with us, we're going to have Alejandra Gonzalez de Voces de la Frontera from the adolescent group that they have. The group is called Yes. Friday and Monday, we're not going to have a forum. We're going to take a little bit of a break for the 4th of July, Independence Day. So Friday and Monday, there will be no forum. Next week, we are going to focus on education. We're going to look at Milwaukee Public Schools. They had a meeting to talk about what they're going to do in the fall. They decided to ask you guys, the parents of the students, what do you guys want? What do you need for the fall? So they're doing a questionnaire, and you need to complete the questionnaire before July 10th. Let's see if Andrea can find the link to put it in the comments. They got together last night. They're going to do the questionnaire, and they want to know your needs, your family's needs. And then they'll make a decision on July 16th. So next week, we're going to focus on education. The director of public schools here in Milwaukee, Dr. Posley, will be with us again on Thursday. And then also the director, the regional director, Eduardo Galvan. So they're going to let us know what's happening when the board makes their decision. We're also going to dedicate a day to bilingual and special education. So don't miss anything next week. I want to share with you, we're a nonprofit group. So we can only talk about certain things, and we can get into certain waters, and others we can't. So I need to say a disclaimer. The opinions and points of views shared here are not necessarily those of SOC. I have to share that with you guys. And before we start getting into the critical points, we're going to share a census video. So we can't forget that that's happening this year. And it's so important. So important, folks. So important to participate. So we're going to share a few videos. Mom, Dad, the census is here. And it's an opportunity that comes every 10 years. Fill it out today on the internet, on the phone, or by mail. Your answers are protected. And the law says nobody can share your information. Fill it out today. It's the best for all of us. Fill out the census today to form your future. Oh, so nice seeing the little kids. Now we're going to start talking about today's theme. First, we want to share, like we do all the time, we are in solidarity with our families that are protesting, that are fighting. We're with you guys. We're with the adolescents and young people. We are putting our focus here on the forum, but we are in solidarity with you. Also, we cannot forget about those that are in our thoughts and our prayers, those that have been affected by coronavirus, especially those who have been tested positive for the test for coronavirus, those who have lost a family member or a loved one. Everybody that has lost their life to this virus, we are not forgetting about them. They're still in our thoughts and our prayers. So we want to let you know. An announcement before we bring in our guest. Like I said last week and earlier this week, this Thursday at 5:30, the CCC committee will be present in the meeting in the Police and Fire Commission. Why is this important? Why is this important? You guys know very well what's happening, especially with members of our Latino community, Joel Acevedo especially, who was killed by a police officer. So, and the whole nation, we're fighting about police brutality. And then, of course, the reform that's necessary to keep the whole world safe. So, we are part of the committee, and we did an investigation with 45 different groups across the city to try and give recommendations to resolve this problem in the community and the police. So that report had recommendations to the commission. So the first time that we presented it, they accepted the first recommendation, which is, how are we going to tener a formal policy about how the police has their relationship with the community? So they accepted this recommendation. And so this Thursday is the first time that we're going to work together to see if we can come to an agreement and start working forward, because it's some hard work that we're going to have to do to have a situation where the police and the community come together in a more healthy way. So don't miss it, 5:30 Thursday. And then, of course, we'll report back about how it went in the reunion. So let me say hello to a few people that are with us, because I know they were really excited that we were going to do the forum in Spanish. Hello, Rocio, Diana, Elsa. Yeah, of course, we're very proud. Marianne, hello, hello, Stephanie. Very faithful viewers that you all are. Of course, we're going to share all of our videos in Spanish, of course. Hello, hello to everyone. Now, folks, we have a special guest. El Dr. Valles está con nosotros. We're very proud to have Ingrid Fernandez with us today. Hi, Tammy. It's so good to see you. Wow, your hair is so long. I haven't seen you in so long. Yeah, it's been a long time. You look gorgeous. Thank you for being with us. Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the consulate, it's great to be here. It's very necessary that you're here with us and that we're with you. Ingrid, we know that the Supreme Court made a decision, very important decision, last week to keep DACA. Can you explain a little bit, on behalf of the consulate, how the news came, and even explain a little bit about DACA? We can't assume that everybody listening knows what DACA is. Of course. It's a program that was created under the Obama administration in 2012. It's an executive order that allows minors who came into this country with their parents without documentation so that they could get a work permit, and that would suspend a probable deportation, and they could also travel. Like, you know, the consulate depends on the secretary, and they decided that this program was beneficial to all of these young people, especially in the United States. So this news for everyone is a great news, very favorable for the community and for the entire country. These are all hardworking, professional young people, and a lot of them have been working in essential work, especially now in the pandemic. So it's a great news. But the courts decided that they could go back to the original state because it was suspended in 2017. So now they're renewing. But today, we're waiting. USCIS or immigration, DHS, Homeland Security, however you want to call it, immigration, will say what will be the mechanism, or if they're going to make another memorandum to start the program again. So we know that the renovations are going to continue. If somebody is utilizing DACA, they should go to the consulate. We will see when their permit expires. And then if they're getting close to it expiring, we're suggesting that they don't wait. So if somebody is waiting, like we're all waiting, and we have the hope of this happening. So if somebody thinks that it's necessary, they need to start preparing everything while they're in the United States. We also need to look back and see how long they've been here. Every month, they have to be able to prove that they've been in this country without leaving. And then if they can, they have to keep a file. And we also do, too, all organizations that are working for these causes, us, like a consulate, part of the Mexican government, we also have a Facebook. We're always publishing information, updating. And of course, we do the same with DACA. When there's a resolution clear, we'll put it on our Facebook. If somebody has a doubt, Tammy, I will give you a phone number where I'm in charge and you can call. We'll take your information. And if we have information, the consulate will help in any way that they can. But case by case, they should give us a call and we'll analyze the situation and we'll see how we can help. We're going to share this phone number here and then we'll see what's in the comments. Yep, we can put it right in the comments. So it's 414 944 7590. So we will put it up in the comments as well so that it's available for everybody. So we have all of the consulate information on our page as well. So if you want to call to find out more about DACA or any other problems that you're going through. So Ingrid, what is happening with the government? What are they doing to try and start DACA again? What is the timeline? Originally, what we understand is that there was 21 days, but it's not exactly clear. So we're going to be updating this information while we received it. Usually, Washington lets us know. So we're going to watch, see what they do. There is hope that they do a reform with DACA. Is there a hope from where you're sitting, Ingrid? Honestly, we all hope for it because in the end, it's a great quantity of young people that benefit from this program. Economically, they benefit, not just them, but the whole country. So we all have the hope that it's going to happen. Also, it's very important that they look at the dates. You look at the small print. If you have your permission, your permission to be here, look at the small print. Okay, it expires in October. Like you just said, oh my gosh, we're in July. The time goes by so fast. Look at your permit. If it expires in October, call us now as soon as possible. Do not wait. So then what happens with the young people that have already had their permit expired and they didn't renew it? If somebody's in that situation, call the consulate and we can see what we can do. We have to analyze the situation, talk to a lawyer, but they should not let it expire. Continually, you have to keep renewing it. Let me see what questions we have over here. Hello, Trini. Hello, Maria Gallegos. A question. Have the cases of deportation of young people, have those cases gone up? And how can I help a family that I know if they're in that situation? So has there been an increase in deportations? No. The consulate receives the information for all of the Mexicans. This is also important. We serve Mexicans because you're the Mexican consulate. Exactly. So from the office in Mexico, we get the information directly from ICE from any Mexican that has been detained. That is what lets us know. And then we interview them. And then the interview, even if it's closed, we do it remotely. We are back at the detention centers, and it's been the same characteristics. People with criminal records that are serious charges. But if a young person from DACA is found in this situation, one of the requirements of DACA is for them not to have a criminal record. So we have to look into the laws. You have to say, I have a visa, I am part of the DACA program. In the situation, you cannot have a criminal record. It's very important. Like I mentioned before, we interview them. We make sure they're healthy. We notify the family if they haven't already. And then we ask a little bit about their case. How did they get to the US, etc. And the point of the interview is to understand if there's a way that we can fix the problem. We can get a hold of their lawyer. If they don't have a lawyer, we refer them to a lawyer, and that's what we do. In cases of deportation, we, because we are the consulate, we coordinate with all of the other consulates. Of course, there's people that work in the borders, because all of the people are deported have to go through the border. So then we work with them. But as an office, we also have offices in every state of Mexico. So if somebody comes back to Mexico and they're from Oaxaca, we talk to our coworkers in Oaxaca. That way they can return the best possible way that they can. If somebody has a question, they can always call us. If they're in that situation or have a family member or somebody they know in that situation, we will help them all that we can. Another question. Young people that are have disabilities, can they qualify for DACA? Of course. Yeah, as long as they meet the requirements for the program. I mean, like the school, criminal record, finish high school. You have to see, what problems they have, but they are eligible. Like you were saying, Ingrid, there's another pregunta. Oh, vamos a salud. We're going to say hello to Diana. Are they accepting new applications currently? That's the question. Not right now. But like you said earlier, people that haven't applied, they need to start the process to get their documents together, right? You said from June of 2017, they need to be able to prove that they've been here consistently. So if they haven't started, they have to start getting their documents together, their proof to be ready in case they're offered the program. Yes, it's 13 years. It's so much documentation. Has to have their name and the date, bank statements or doctor visits or report cards. Maria Gallegos says, how can I renew my voting credential? The back plastic came off. Do I need to make an appointment? Yes. The consulate and our website and Facebook, the phone number is on there for Mexitel. That's where you make your appointments. You can also do it online, very much easier. We have tutorials on our Facebook page so that they can see how you do it. And it's a lot better because then you can see all of your options of availability. Yes, you need to make an appointment. Take advantage of it because right now there is help available online and you can make phone calls. For those of you that aren't from Mexico, what is your recommendation? Immigrants that are in the same situation but are not from Mexico, what is your suggestion? For example, immigration problems, as this information applies to generally Central American people. If you're not Mexican and you want to call, we'll do a consult with you. Some countries have their own consulates in Chicago. So if you go online and you look on Google or in your internet server, where do you find the consulate for your country? Surely there's got to be one in Chicago. But like I said, all of the information is pretty much the same. So the requirements are mostly the same though. So look for the consulate for your country, right? So of course you can always call the Mexican consulate if you can't find your countries. Quick, we have like less than 5 minutes. Are there other programs and services that you would like to share today with our listeners? Yes, of course. Talking about immigration, if somebody thinks that they have a problem that needs assistance of a lawyer, in the consulate, we do have directories of different lawyers that are specialists in criminal material or immigration, our custody cases, labor cases. So the phone number that I shared with you in the protection department, we can start there, and then we can kind of dispatch them depending on what their problem is. And occasionally we can cover economically part of the program, part of the fees for the lawyer. So that's why it's so important to communicate with the consulate. And if once we know your situation, we're here to help you. We need your ID, and about all kinds of legal things. We can definitely help you. I'm talking about the pandemic. Obviously, all wait times have gotten longer. And then we also have a program for remains. If somebody passes away and you want the remains to return to Mexico, there are documents that are necessary so that the body can come back to Mexico. Right now, because of the pandemic, it is complicated. But if you're in that situation, you can call the number, the Department of Protection, and we'll talk to you. What are the requirements? What are the restrictions? And then we will see if the state where you want to take the body, if they're receiving bodies of people that have died from coronavirus, because not all states are receiving the bodies. So sometimes you have to pay something, but call us and make sure that it's valid. Very important to know that. Especially with everything we're seeing locally with all the infections of coronavirus. Super important, everybody, so that everybody knows. Before we say goodbye, is there something else that you'd like to share? Just reminding the community that we're here to serve you. 1446 North Prospect Avenue to serve you. We are working normally. We even have an extended schedule now. So just call us, make your appointment, and then we're here to serve you. I want to remind the community, we do have that we are the first organization in Milwaukee to present the Mexican Consulate to the community. That was how many years ago? June of 2016 is when we opened. Wow, the time really does go past. Super proud of this moment, and thank you for being with us. And I'm sure that we're going to need you again. Of course, I will be here. It'll be a pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye. You too. Bye. Okay, now we're going to share another census video before we start with our next section. Hola, hola, salud, gracias. Sí, vamos a ver qué vamos a comer. Oye, at home they were thinking about filling out the census, but I think it's dangerous. No, I filled it out 10 years ago and I'm still here. And they can't share your information with immigration or with the police. No, that's good. Ready to order? Please bring us a census form. Fill out the form today and it'll shape your future. Very good. It's great to have Ingrid with us. Sorry, Maria, I didn't see your last question. What information do you have, or what recommendation do you have for double citizenship for Mexican children that have been born in the United States? My son, his father is Mexican. I made that question when I met Ingrid for the first time. So, from what I remember, we're going to look for her official answer, but I remember that they told me that the dad had to have his Mexican citizenship first. So then the kids could apply for their citizenship. But we're going to write it down. Andrea, please write that down. And we will look for an official answer. Now, let's keep moving forward. We're going to talk about coronavirus. Now let's go to another video that shows us the steps that are taken to get a test at UMOS. So we're going to show this video, and then we're going to give the welcome to our next person. Okay, I just did my COVID-19 test, and I just want to tell you what happened. The place for the test is on UMOS on Chase Avenue. We were there maybe a half an hour in the line, and then when you get to the end of the line, they send you to a shorter line. There you get a letter, and then inside is where they do the test. Before the test, somebody comes to your window. They have a mask and gloves, and they ask for your name, your date of birth, your phone number, and your address. They don't ask you for identification, nothing like that. And then they also tell me that they also have interpreters in Spanish. They just weren't at that line because there weren't enough people in that line. So then before the test, they ask you to blow your nose. And then afterwards, there's a little Q-tip about an inch inside of your nostril, each side. And then they turn it around 4 times. It doesn't hurt. It's like a tickle inside of your nose. And it might make you sneeze, but it doesn't hurt. And then also, you don't have to have symptoms to get the test. The virus, you can be infected and not even have symptoms. So that's why I decided to go and get the test. And that was it. And maybe you guys will come down and get your test completely free. They don't ask for your ID. And there are interpreters available if you need one. There just weren't enough to be in every line. So important, folks, that we go get tested. So now I want to invite our Virginia Serpa, coordinator of community engagement focused on the Latina community from the Alzheimer Association. We want to talk about our older folks and Alzheimer's. Oh, I don't think she's on the line yet. So we're going to keep on with the program, and hopefully we'll find her in a little while. I'll check again in a minute. And then when she is on the line, we'll welcome her and we'll see what she's doing. So I want to remind those of you, if you guys appreciate the forum, please fill out the questionnaire that we have daily. This week we don't have a prize, a gift certificate. Not for like the local businesses like we did, but we do need your information. 2 or 3 questions. We ask your name to confirm, just to make sure that we're serving our community. But after that, you just share with us what information is useful to you. What do you appreciate about the forum? What are we doing that we should keep doing? And what kind of things can we change? It's so important that you share this with us because we're doing this to be able to give you guys what you need. We also need to share this with our funders to show them that we are serving the people that we set out to serve. And this way they know we are asking for your opinions and that we're representing your voices. So we need to share that. So please, it doesn't take more than 5 minutes, very short. Reminder that this Friday and Monday, we will not have a forum. We will be taking some days off to celebrate the 4th of July, the Independence Day of the United States. So then tomorrow, we're going to have Alejandra Gonzalez with us. Alejandra Gonzalez with us from Voices of the Border, Voces de la Frontera. Next week, all week, we're going to dedicate it to education. We're going to have the Dr. Posley, the one that's in charge of Milwaukee Public Schools, and then Eduardo Galvan, who is regionally in charge. So we're going to dedicate everything to bilingual education, special education. So we're going to keep, of course, updating everybody about everything that's happening with coronavirus. But we're also going to talk about the elections and the census. So don't miss it. I think Virginia is having problems with her internet. Let's see if we give her a little more time, we can share another census visit. We're showing you all the videos that we have in Spanish. You know that the census counts everybody who lives in the United States. Doesn't matter your immigration status. It depends, our communities depend on it. The programs depend on it. Who has filled out the census before? You, back there. After March 12th, you could do it on the internet or on the phone. Let's go through the questions. It looks easy. It asks you how many people live in your house. Me, my wife, and kids. And you have it. Don't forget that information is confidential. The law says they can't share it with anybody, not even government agencies. The census is only 10 years. 2020 is our opportunity. Do not lose your opportunity. Wow, Gabe. Very happy with all of these videos in Spanish. All of these famous Latinos giving us inspiration to do the census. So it looks like we have the number directly for double citizenship. So we'll put it in the comments. 414-944-7686, extension 137. Take advantage of this. They're offering you help. And they're so kind. We have worked with them since they've been here. We've had the honor of being the first organization in Milwaukee to work with the consulate to serve the community. So our guest had some problems with connections, but we'll have to bring her back a different day. So Virginia will bring back another day to talk about Alzheimer's. A lot of us have families or people that are affected. So we'll bring her back another day. So for now, take care. We will see you tomorrow with Alejandra. Do not forget, tomorrow is the meeting for the Police and Fire Commission. We will be present talking about how to resolve the problems with the police and the community. Do not miss it. You can watch it online, live. If you miss it live, you can watch the recording. Also, remember that all of the forums that we're doing are available here in Facebook and in YouTube in English and in Spanish. So if you miss one, if you want to watch one again, if you miss what was said, you want to share the forum with somebody else, they're there for you to share. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Baez, for being with us again. We were inviting you again, maybe next week, to talk about the education. We're going to be in contact with you, see if you're available. One of the days, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So thank you for being with us, folks. And we will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock with SOC.